everybody, welcome back to another cigar review on Stoker Review. And this week I'm doing the new La Palina Maduro. Now this is called the 50, which is a 6x50 Toro. It retails for about, I think it was $9.25, give or take, you know, your taxes, your area. It's a new line that came out at IPCPR this year from La Palina and was available in November for, you know, all of us to buy. There's 4 cigars in the line. It's a 7x56, which is called the 56. This 6x50, a 5x52, which is called the 52, which is like a Robusto. And also there is a 6x60, which is called the 60. And they all range anywhere from like 9 to 1050 for the 6x60. And they all have Mexican Maduro wrapper, a double Honduran binder, and Nicaraguan filler. So anyway, pretty good price point for the La Palinas. Is that, you know, most of their first line they came out with was around, you know, $15, $17 a stick. Well, they're coming out now with some more approachable lines. Can you get this in the camera here? And this Maduro is our first Maduro they've actually put out. So anyway, like that. So you can see the band. Okay, nice band. Orderly, like that. I'm going to go ahead and clip this thing, see how it goes. Nice draw. It's a little bit loose, but it's not bad loose at all. It's a little bit more loose than I personally like, but it's going to make it to where I can still control the burn of the cigar. So it's fine for me. It has a real woody flavor on the cold draw, along with like a little hint of cocoa, bitter cocoa on it. So far, it's starting out pretty good. So I light this thing up. That's what you check the time. Said I'm sure you'll find someone who will understand you. Just like a rocket flame. Well, right off the bat, it's actually really sweet. I get like a really sweet cocoa, no bitterness to it at all. Really nice leathery, earthy chord to it with a nice sweet cocoa to it. Pretty nice. It's kind of what I really was expecting, but it's starting off really well. Now, when I retrohale the cigar, I got a lot of spice. There's a lot of spice on the retrohale, but I'm not really picking up on my palate just yet. So anyway, I'm going to smoke the first third of this and we'll see how it goes. See you in a second. Everybody, I'm back. You can see I'm done with the first third. It's got a little bit of a funky burn, but not too bad. I'm getting some really nice flavors off this cigar. I'm still getting the nice sweet cocoa, the leather, the earthiness too, and every now and then I get like a nice like a nutmeg flavor that kind of comes and goes, you know, during the puff. It's just kind of unique. It just kind of will make a little appearance and just go away. Kind of neat. But it's smoking really good. I mean, it's a lot of smoke's coming off of it. Really pleasant draw. The flavors are really good, which is really nice because a lot of Maduros. We had to actually talk to. I'm actually filming this at the cigar shop, Lexington, Mississippi, and Wednesday night we had a discussion here about Maduros. You know how you get kind of one that's like kind of, you know, woody, a little bit of a bitter cocoa flavor to it or whatever, and then you have other ones that are like a little bit more robust, more dense Maduros that got like a nice cocoa coffee note to them, a good bit more spice to them, and that's kind of the way where I lean. What I like about Maduros And this Maduro actually kind of bridges both of those together. I don't get a good spice to it. I get a sweet cocoa cocoa out of it with that little bit of earth. I don't get no real woodiness to it. A nice leather note to it. So it's kind of like right in between. It's very pleasant, actually. And so far, it's going really well. I do get a little bit of a spice kick, like I said, when I retrohale still with a cigar. So it's got a little bit of spice to it, but not really on the palate. You don't really detect it on the palate, just when you retrohale. So far, so good. I'm going to go ahead and finish the second third. I'll be back to let you know how it is. See you in a second. Hey everybody, I'm back. And actually, I went a little bit past the second third mark, but the cigar is burning really well. As you can see, it's burning pretty well. And the notes I'm getting on it now, I'm getting a woodiness on there that I wasn't getting before. The leather note is kind of died down. I'm still getting a little bit of the earthiness. But what I'm picking up, it actually got a little bit at the beginning of the cigar, but it kind of faded away. But I'm kind of getting almost like kind of like a charred meat flavor. Not like burnt, but like a char grilled meat on a grill or something like that. And it's kind of faint, but I pick it up in the background. It's actually goes pretty well with the other flavors. It's doing really well, putting off a ton of smoke. I mean, I've had one real light where one side was burning, one side was burning well, the other side wasn't, and I couldn't correct it by turning my cigar, so I had to do a little touch up. But other than that, it's been burning really well. Really good, interesting flavors. The sweetness is pretty much gone. I'm not getting any sweetness anymore. Just I'm getting now. So there's a woodiness there to it, that char grill kind of flavor. The leather's it's faded, but I get little hints of it every now and then. The earthiness is there, and there's a little bit of almost like the cocoa I got before that's turning in now, kind of like a bitter cocoa. There's a little bit of it there, but it's not too much. The sweetness is gone, but it's really good. So now I'm gonna finish this cigar off, and I'll be back to let you know how it is. See you in a second. Okay, I'm back. I'm at the end of the cigar now, and I'm still getting pretty much the same flavors I got, which to you was a few seconds ago. But what I'm really getting now is that the bitter cocoa note is now the dominant note. That's a really nice finish to the cigar. But there is a strong woody note to it too. That basically from the beginning of the cigar to the end of the cigar, it just ramped up, slowly ramped up all the way to the end. So the two dominant notes I'm really getting at the end of the cigar is that bitter cocoa and the woodiness. That's the main two notes I'm getting at the end of the cigar. Now, I'm not getting hardly any spice, except, I take that back. This cigar has a pretty nice long finish that, the very end of this finish, I'm getting it now, is like the tingling on the back of my palate of kind of like a pepper spice that I'm getting that I really wasn't noticing it before. Maybe I was puffing it too much or whatever. I'm drinking water with this, so it's nothing I'm drinking that's kind of hiding any flavors or whatever. But down in the back of the palate, I'm getting a nice pepper, like a nice pepperiness to it. It's kind of tickling the back of my throat, actually. So really, overall, it's a really nice, good Maduro cigar. And I do think it's worth the $9.25, $9.50 for the price of this cigar. And like I said, the most expensive one of the line, I think it's the 60, which is the 6x60. It's $10.50. So none of these are really expensive, especially for a La Palina. That's a great price on this brand, because it's a very exclusive boutique brand. So it's kind of hard to find in a couple of places. Regretfully, we don't have it at this shop or any of the shops near me. So Courtney, actually from La Palina, sent me two samples of the cigar. So I want to thank her for sending those samples to me. I was able to try it. So anyway, on that note, great cigar. Check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments if you've had it before, and I'll see you next time.